It's a full-on blueprint for a system that Ford believes could end poverty, turn workers into customers, and get this, viewed profit as just a side effect, not the main goal. We're going to explore the machine behind the man.
Okay, so to really get Ford, you gotta start with how he thought about failure. He famously said it's the opportunity more intelligently to begin again. For him, being afraid of mistakes was the #1 thing holding people back. Every screw-up, every dead end, that was just new data for the next try. And this idea, this philosophy of constant, fearless iteration, that's the real engine that drives his entire system.
All right, so Ford's whole system, and I mean the whole shebang, was built on this one single, pretty counterintuitive principle he just called service. And it was an idea that basically flipped the business logic of his time completely upside down.
See, Ford's thinking was, if your business is only fixated on profit, you're going to end up cutting corners. It's just inevitable. So his solution, forget about profit. Focus only on service, which to him meant making the absolute best product you can at the lowest possible price. He was totally convinced that if you nailed that, profit wasn't just going to follow, it would be practically impossible to avoid. Profit was the reward, not the reason.
In this comparison here, it just nails the core of his philosophy. He looked at the typical profit motive and thought it was just short-sighted. It was a distraction. For him, the question wasn't, how do we make the most cash? The real question, the only question, was, how can we do the work better? That little switch in priorities, that's what powered the entire Ford revolution.
Okay, so that's the big idea. But how did this philosophy of service actually translate to the factory floor? Well, it led to a complete reinvention of manufacturing as the world knew it.
The goal was this relentless, almost obsessive war on waste. I mean, they analyzed every single motion. They simplified every task. They built incredibly specialized tools for every little job. And of course, the big one, they brought the work to the worker with the moving assembly line. All of a sudden, the real skill wasn't in the hands of the person on the line anymore. It was engineered directly into the process itself.
And the result of all this simplification? Well, it was absolutely revolutionary. Because the system itself was so brilliant, the individual jobs became incredibly simple. Ford's own data showed that almost 80% of his entire workforce could be fully trained in less than a week. This just blew the doors of industrial employment wide open for millions of people who'd never had a chance before.
So what's the bottom line?